What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Crimson, and today we have our Week 3 battle versus the New York Metagross, the team that is at the top of the table as of right now. They have the kill leader as well in Nihilego, which is 7-0, I'm pretty sure. And their offense is really scary. As you can see, they have Nihilego, Hydreigon, and Magearna, as well as a threat in Moltres and a possible agility Vikavolt that could dumpster our team. So I have a Tapu Koko, a Sceptile, a Arcanine, a Mew, a Greninja, and a Serena. The Tapu Koko is a mixed attacker. Sceptile is a Sash SD set. Arcanine is a Charty Berry Spadef bulky variant. The Mew is Scarfed with Dazzling Gleam to outspeed the Hydreigon and blow it away. We have the Specs Gren, like always, except not like always, just the past 2 weeks I've needed the damage from Specs. And last but not least, we have our physically bulky Serena. So here I figured he's going to either lead with something like Moltres to get it in before I get Rocks Up, Nihilego to set Rocks Up himself, Hydreigon to potentially U-turn out and get some momentum, or like, potentially even the same thing with like Vikavolt, except like Vikavolt, I don't really expect the lead because, yeah, I take back the Vikavolt thing, because, you know, Vikavolt isn't the best lead at this point. If he wants to sweep me with an agility Vikavolt, I expect it a lot later in the game once he's weakened the Tapu Koko, and as well as the Arcanine. But yeah, so I'm going to expect him to lead with either Moltres, Chestnut, or Hydreigon or Nihilego, which Greninja has the best matchup versus, but, you know, it still loses a bit to Hydreigon because it can get a free U-turn out. So I'm going to lead Greninja, and he's going to lead Vikavolt, which I did not expect at all. At this point, if he's an agility set, I have to go get some chip on this thing before I make the play hard into Tapu Koko, because Tapu Koko was the agility set. So I decide I'm going to go for a Hydro Pump with the Specs, and I'm going to crit and kill. That's unfortunate for our opponent. He told me after the match he was pretty bulky, so that crit really mattered, especially because, now he has no idea what my set is, because I could potentially be like Scarfed and have gotten a crit with a high roll. Could be Water Plate, or Mystic Water, or whatever it's called, and gotten a crit. There's a lot of things I could be. So he has no clue what my set is right now, but I'm pretty sure he's assuming that I'm Spexed. He's going to go hard Magearna here. I could Hydro Pump and get like 60% off, but I decided to make my play into my Magearna check in Arcanine. I could have stayed in and Hydroed, but I found no need to make that play. It's pretty risky for this early on in the match, especially since this is my Magearna check. So I can just go here, and he's going to go into the Nihilego, which I have baited in beautifully, as he's actually going to get Rocks Up. I think he's trying to predict me to switch out here, but I'm just going to stay in and Bulldoze. That does 96%, which sucks, because it tells me that he's a bulky Nihilego. But actually it's not that bad, because after the Bulldoze, I should be able to outspeed the Nihilego, and I decide that I'm going to pull a double here into Tapu Koko, predicting the Moltres to want to come out here, and I get that prediction beautifully. And here, I would have Dazzling Gleamed, but turns out that Wild Charge into Dazzling Gleam is necessary to kill this Chestnut. Can't just kill it with a Dazzling Gleam, because it's not going to do enough. So I'm going to Wild Charge here, do 23%, and then Dazzling Gleam's looking like it's in range to kill, but it does 76.3%, leave him at 1%. I'm pretty sure that was actually a low roll. I don't know his spread, but I think that was actually a low roll on the Wild Charge. Not too sure though. So yeah, actually I'm pretty sure both of those were kind of low rolls, but it's whatever, because he doesn't do much except get a spike up here, which kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world, because I can go into Serena on the Leech Seed, and obviously the rapid spin play is coming out. So he's going to go into Nihilego. I'm going to spin. Then I'm going to stay in here because essentially if I stay in and attack what's in front of me, even if he does want to get rocks up, it's not as bad. If this gets attacked, it's whatever. This is my most expendable member by far. So I'm just going to stay in as he stealth rocks, and I'm going to play rough and kill this. So he's going to go back into Moltres, and this is pretty funny, right? So I'm going to go hard into Mew trying to sack this thing, right? But me and Mew, we have that parental bond. We have that strong connection. We have that skill link, right? We are linked. He's going to miss that first Hurricane. I'm going to attack it, and he's going to miss a second Hurricane. And then I'm going to attack it, get a crit, which is pointless, but it's still pretty funny. And he's going to miss the Hurricane. And he's going to stay in and let me finish this thing off, which is beautiful. Beautiful. So now he's going to go into Hydreigon here. I'm going to want to go ahead and pull a switch out into my Serena on the U-turn, as he's going to go hard into the Magearna, and I'm going to go ahead and get my spin here. Because what it's looking like is I'm going to have the Sceptile sweep late game once I get a little bit more chip off on the Hydreigon. And by a little, I mean a lot, because I don't have Drain Punch on this set. I brought Rock Slide so Moltres didn't wall me. Because Moltres would have been a problem had I not just hacked the fuck out of it. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and U-turn on this thing. I'm going to go hard Arcanine as he Dazzling Gleams. And here I'm going to pull a double out into Mew, predicting the Hydreigon. But he's going to go into Chestnut, as I'm going to click Dazzling Gleam on the Chestnut. So here I'm going to go Arcanine, as he's going to Volt Switch out and go into Hydreigon. I'm going to click Flare Blitz on after I live this Dark Pulse on a Sliver, and I'm going to get the burn on this Flare Blitz, which isn't going to end up mattering, but it very well could have. So I'm going Mew, because that burn means that it can't stay in and repeatedly attack, as the burn wears it down to put it in range of the Rock Slide from Sceptile. If I was Drain Punch, I won at this point in the game, but, you know, I couldn't risk that. So I'm going to transform here, predicting him to want to either A, attack, or, you know, A, attack, or B, go into Magearna. Turns out he's just going to go Chestnut, though. I'm going to Drain Punch and pick up my kill. So Chestnut actually putting in work. And by that I mean my Mew is putting in work. But I'm going to go ahead and pull the switch out into Serena on the Dazzling Gleam to sack it off. Let me see if that my recording did not cut out, never mind. But yeah, I'm going to protect up, waste some PP, get some leftovers, get a crit, because why not, and sack my Serena. As he's going to go ahead and get a Soul Heart. So this became a big problem. Essentially, I needed to chip this thing down. Not because Sceptile couldn't deal with it, but because, actually, looking back on it, I really should have just went Sceptile, huh? Oh well. It didn't really matter in the end. So I'm just going to end up Hydroing, as he's going to Dazzling and kill me off. Yeah, Sceptile is definitely the better play. I should have just went Sceptile, SD'd, and picked up the kill on this thing. Because he did not have the Ice Beam, even though I have his Zygarde, which I guess is expected because he has Dazzling Gleam, but like, pretty sure Ice Beam OHKOs and Dazzling doesn't. Either way, I'm going to go Tapu Koko here, and toss off a Wild Charge to pick this off. And I'm just in range to live a Dark Pulse and Life Orb Recoil, so I'm going to go ahead and kill it off, and that's going to be the game. So yeah, Tapu Koko is still putting in work. I love this Pokemon. However, I can't say the same thing about Mew. I'm going to try to drop this thing as soon as possible. It's not putting in work except dodging every Hurricane. So even though we have a parental bond, consider me like a black parent or something, you know, and ditching my fucking child because he's a fucking inbred. Oh, okay, that's probably not something I should be saying on YouTube. But, anyway, guys, that's the episode. Thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy Crimson. We are now 2-1 with a +3 differential, and that's pretty solid. But you know, next week we get to go up against a team that is 2-0 currently, 2-0 like +8 or something. So that's gonna be fun. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Again, it's been your boy Crimson, and I'm out. Peace.